皆さんこんにちは。テックフロンティアの高山です。先日、香港の空港で、ギリギリのタイミングでうまくスーザンさんとお話できたんですけども、途中でバーから追い出されましたので、実はですね、今日はなんと上海、
Yes.
上海までまだ僕は追いかけてきました。別の打ち合わせもあったんですけど、たまたま、スーザンさんたちが、戦略会議をしている途中だったのでお邪魔させていただきました。ではここから、リベンジということでまたインタビューをさせていただきたいと思います。
So Qlink is the first decentralized mobile network. So what is a mobile network? Is when you get on the internet through the wireless way. So for example, Wi-Fi and mobile data. And we think mobile network has been operated by extremely centralized way. So companies such as AT&T and Digi.com, and in China we have China Mobile. They control all the infrastructures. They have the software to manage all our accounts, and only a handful of the big companies that provide this kind of service. But globally, there are 2.3 subscribers in this industry. So it's significant to our life. But what the Qlink does is we want to make sure there is a blockchain technology to support the fair use. Equal allocation of the telecom resources. So for example, we globally we have over 300 million Wi-Fi hotspots. But when you go to a new place, you still have to ask for the Wi-Fi password because people don't want to share and they don't have the incentive for share. So once you have blockchain, you can improve the sharing protocol. So everyone who join this network, when they share, they can get the reward for the sharing. This is just one example how we do this. And eventually what we want to do is the public chain. So dedicated for the network usage. So all the dApps can running on the Qlink public chain. Yeah, well, infrastructure.
Yeah.
So, on the top of the, well, I should say on the bottom of the public chain, which is the software levels, and we will launch the Qlink base station, which is the like home router, but can support the POW or POS consensus mining. Then share your computing power and share your network resources and to the people around you. I was an investment banker for the backgrounds. I've been all my career has been in the financial industry, and when we saw the blockchain, and then we saw this, it's a huge opportunity that changed everybody's life. And for the founders of the team, I know Alan Lee, which is chief architect for the Qlink project for over 5 years. And when he wanted to start the Qlink, he invited me to join. At the same time, Tony was my partner at Rhodium Capital, which is the previous company I worked for. So I worked for over 3 years on merger and acquisitions. And then Tony brought Roger in, and Roger is ex-founder of the Vibe Vision, which is the biggest data center in Southeast Asia. And then he sold this company to a private equity firm. And now he's sitting on the board as director of the Qlink. And so 3 of us are more in charge on the business launch of the Qlink. Just make sure we'll launch the product. We have users, we have business cases, we support different scenarios of blockchain solutions in different countries. By the way, do you want to try the Chinese tea?
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries.
So is this the Susan's original tea?
This is kind of green tea that comes from China. And we boil water and we pour the tea here. And then we serve our clients.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well, thank you so much.
some.
Yes. Smells very good.
Yeah.
Ah, this is very good.
Yeah, refresh your day. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Glad you like it.
By the way, this is not sponsored.
Oh, we are cooking a big secret.
Big secret.
So we've been planning for 2018 what we should do strategically on the products and mostly on the teams, and then how we can launch those products to different countries. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And how we can work together, and what's the priorities of the issues that we need to solve in the next maybe 3 months, and what's the timeline of different products, and how can we beef up the marketing, and how can we be aware by the crypto world, and how can we grow with our community. Yeah, sure. So Alan is the lead of the developers. Now we have about 9 developers in the team already. I did bring the cell phone here, but the first product that we launched is a Wi-Fi sharing app, and the Qlink's wallet is ready as well. So those are the products that we developed already, and Alan is on the top of that. And the next project for him is a Qlink public chain. So we really need to get people going on the public chain, recruiting the new guys, and developing infrastructure of the chain. And Alan is on top of that, and I'm more on the marketing, strategic partnerships. And Roger and Tony are head of the strategy and investments, so they are helping us to managing the funding, because we complete our ICO, and we want to make sure this team has enough resource, enough funding to keep going. At the same time, we have a Qlink Lab project, which is we will support that all the projects that touch upon the network, which means if you are deaf, you want to develop a DApp to help facilitate people on the network service. So for example, the bandwidth sharing or the mobile data payments. So for example, a lot of developing countries like Nigeria, people have to go to the post office to actually pay. Every time they change US dollar into the local currency and then pay. It's actually not very convenient. And what we want to do is we support cryptocurrency, the QRC there, to pay to settle the mobile bill in that country. So there is different scenarios, different dApps that we open to the developers, and we want to make sure Qlink has the funding to support the ecosystem. I think the team actually managed really well. Because the development team, they have been working together for 4 years, and the previous product, they developed a virtual personal Wi-Fi routers together. So that routers, it's devices just like a cell phone, but no screen. You can carry that devices to anywhere, travel around the world. You can have mobile data with you.
Wow.
Yeah, and so once, because they are really familiar with each other, and that allows us developing the project in a relatively speedy pace. And we now launch each new version every week. Every Saturday, and you can find there's a update on our GitHub page, on the product page. There's an APK you can download.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm very proud of that, because I think there's not many team can launch practical products on the blockchain at a weekly basis. Okay, I just want to use this a chance to just make an advertisement for the Qlink.
Okay.
Hiring is our key, and we need a lot of developers to just join our community, because we think the public chain is going to be next critical for the Qlink. So we're looking for the talents who understand blockchain, and we already have the engineers for the telecom. So we need engineers who understand the blockchain, who can join us, who can grow the Qlink to another level. Yes. So BT side will be divided into the 2 parts, because the network service is a big industry. So for the dApps, and we develop ourselves Wi-Fi sharing, the VPN, and even for the SMS sharing. So those are gonna be directly to the customer. So we will have product management or product marketing teams that ensure we have the healthy growth of the user base of those products. And we go directly to the community to ask for community's help, just try out the product, give us the feedback, keep improving. So, but on the another side, which is business to business, and the product launch through there is going to be direct BD method. We go to whoever's in the network service industries, like telecom operators, virtual operators, or cloud operators. We go to them and we offer our solutions. We get the request and we customize according to the request and deliver the solutions. So yeah, we will have the BD team for that as well.
Okay.
And fortunately, we have Mark join our team. He's a former CTO of the StarHub. He's very, very connected and resourceful guy, and we're very lucky to have him in the team.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, StarHub isn't the second biggest?
Yeah, he's second biggest in Singapore.
Yeah.
And not even that, because his experience in the telecom industries, he understands Southeast Asian market quite well.
Right.
Which is a rapid growth market, one of the most rapid growth market in the world as well.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the advocates for the Qlink. So I'll be leading the marketing and the PR departments and the strategic partnership as well. So anything regarding to the strategy of communication of the firms in terms of communicating to the crypto investment community and communicating to our community and then communicating to the business partners, because this is a project that we need a lot of partnership on backgrounds and follows on my umbrella. Last but most important, relationship with exchanges as well. So because of our utility tokens, we do need, we are trading at, how to say this, most liquid markets. So we're working on the exchange relations, and we do want the QLC to be easily buy from any market in the world. Yeah, that falls under my umbrella.
Seems like a lot of stuff you need to do.
I know, at least I'm useful. I think there's the two different levels. One is a traditional business, and I help them to understand the blockchain and how Qlink can help them. And another is the business already encryptalized. So they can work with Qlink, distributing the data, distributing the content through the Qlink network. So those two parts is my focus right now.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah.
All right.
Don't forget your tea.
Oh, yes. Oh, you pour a little bit more for me. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, this is very good.
It bitter. Probably I put too many.
Yes, I lied a little bit when I said it was good. It was a bit bitter.
Yes. So I think Wi-Fi sharing is very straightforward, and you get Wi-Fi shared, and obviously some Wi-Fi's you have to pay, but for the public Wi-Fi's you share through the Qlink networks, you don't have to pay. You don't even have to enter the password. You don't have to ask for the password. I can send you the product video later. So it was a very smooth process, and. Another point is VPN. So for example, VPN can support the privacy protection.
Mm-hmm.
So VPN is actually quite a big market in Asia. So anything you surfed on the internet and all your accounts, all your input will be saved through the VPN connection.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And another thing that we want to solve is the contents on mobile data issues, because when you watch YouTube, for example, you always have 5 seconds or at least 3 seconds at ads, right? And effectively, you paid for those ads in terms of data.
That's true. Yeah.
And so what we want to do is to have people who to pay for the data for the content that they want to promote. So, for example, Coca-Cola, they made the ads, even though it's very interesting. When they want to distribute ads through mobile network, they can sponsor the data for the viewer to watch. This is new market because on existing network infrastructure, we can't be aware of what kind of contents running on the infrastructure because we can only build on the data. But thanks to the blockchain, and we can hash the different content, and each content will have a hash fingerprint. When it's combined with data and sent to the customer, when the customer view the content, they can generate another hash fingerprint. But by matching the 2 hash fingerprints, we can generate a bill, or we can pinpoint who watched that content. And then we can generate a bill of how much data was used for this content. And then you have the bill of the content.
Wow, okay.
So, and it's eventually going to solve the trust issues as well, because when you travel abroad, so for example, SoftBank, your telecom operator, and said, okay, I'm sorry, use 5 gigabytes of data, but in fact, you have no way to verify whether you used 5 gigabytes or just 3 gigabytes. So, but on the blockchain, all the ledgers will be kept very tidy ways, and you can audit every transaction. What we want to do is very cost-effective way. We don't want to change too much about infrastructure because we already spend money on that. It's already built, but the way it operates, it has to be changed. So we can have less money spent, so more people can enjoy the benefits. Yeah, this is our vision actually.
That's very nice.
We're not depending on any network operators. So for the Wi-Fi network or this sharing network, VPN, we can run by ourselves. As long as there's people to participate in this network. So whoever set up a Wi-Fi hotspot want to operate its own Wi-Fi hotspot, we support the infrastructure smart contract to do that. And VPN essentially will be the same, but one step back, if the operators need blockchain solutions, essentially on the bidding system or on the solutions for the prepaid card, because what happens in the prepaid market is all the prepaid card has to distribute it to the markets, and people go to the shop and to buy the prepaid card, and then they put in some numbers to just top up the charge.
Right.
Yeah, so this is a huge market to be disrupted. What we do in China is we use WeChat Pay or Alipay, just top up your to your own phone numbers. But in the countries like Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, they're still very traditional. And there is a universal payment system has to be introduced to make people's life more efficient.
Right.
And we think crypto and actually similar to Alipay or WeChat Pay, but not backed by the banking, provides this kind of like universal payment solution.
I see.
For the competitors, for the blockchain space, we don't really see any because everyone focuses on different things. There's the companies who launch its own base stations and mesh network. So what they are focusing on is to build a new infrastructure for the network. And what we focus on is more let's leverage on the existing network first. And by the having said that, by the end of this year, we do have the plan to launch the Qlink base station, which is quite similar to the mesh network, but we support the traditional LTE and Wi-Fi, and we do add the POW, POS consensus mining.
I see, I see.
And this is going to be a very big market as well, because there's a lot of coins that's to be mined, and the Wi-Fi router is just such a good way to keep the node on the line, because you do the traditional mining machine, people maybe just turn it off because if you need Wi-Fi on this kind of network service, you will never turn it off.
That's true.
Yeah, and it was keep it on, and when the machine wasn't be used by anyone, they can just do its own thing on the side. Yeah, so we think when through the telecom companies, everyone has been allocated to part of network services like Wi-Fi or data or SMS, or you just use home routers. So if you think in a family, for the third person, it actually may have at least three smartphones, 2 computers, and a home router. So that's combined is 9.9 gigabyte heads of computing powers, 500 gigabytes of storage, and 2 to 10 megabytes of the fiber. But half of them are unused. For example, my family, and when I leave to the office to work, all the network resources is unused. Yeah, so it's actually gonna spend a lot of money to build new things. So why don't we just get leverage, get maximize what we have right now?
I see, I see.
Yeah. This is kind of very interesting, and I think you've been to our meetings, and you saw the very complicated.
Oh my God, yeah.
That is actually the public chain protocols that we want to develop. That's not one protocol already. That's a suite of consensus and a suite of protocol. So when you talk to those engineers, I think one of the things that they get used to is they assume once a product launch, there's gonna be people who want to use that. So, but what we think right now is the software is a service. It's not a product. It's literally a service. So when you launch the product, there is a lot of things you have to do continuously. And fortunately, I mean, we have the product manager, and she's doing a really good job on communicating with the developers. And we saw the disadvantage of our product, especially when you launch the crypto app to the world right now, and still 95% of people are using, or even 99% of people are using the fiat. So how can you launch the product, which is a utility app, to cross the bridge between the fiat world and the crypto world? So those are the challenges we are facing, and we are the business team to resolve those issues and find the solutions, and work with developers to get the solutions into the app. Those are maybe not the core function of the app, but it will increase the convenience of the app so much. So I personally love Japan markets, and I do think Japan is very advanced in terms of network innovation. So company like SoftBank, and the chairman of the SoftBank as well. So he is the one who keeps inspiring us on the product and network expansions, and how can we solve the coverage issues. So it's actually a lot of ideas of the Qlink it's got from him. Yeah, so because I think he's really the one who's trying to solve the coverage issues in the world, and we are trying to do the same as well. But we want to build our products on blockchain, and we definitely will go to Japan. And I think another reason is Japan is very open to the crypto world, and for our product to launch in Japan, there is a fundamental that we can leverage on. So, and get ready, and we'll be there very soon.
Thank you so much.
Can we cheer by tea?
Yes, sure.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Not the best tea I made.
Bitter.
Welcome, and we're having a strategy meeting here. By the way, my name is Susan. Uncle Roger is in Rapid, and Uncle Tony.
Uncle number 2.
Alan is our chief architect. And last but not most important member, Mark, Mr. Mark, and he's new member in our team. And we're having a strategic session here. Please don't share.
このインタビューを通じて改めてQlinkがやろうとしていることの壮大さを実感しました。スーザンさんたちはモバイル通信のお金の流れを変えるだけでなく、将来あらゆるアプリがその上で作られる環境を構築しようとしているのです。またとても印象的だったのは、スーザンさんがインタビューの前に、この仕組みは30代である自分たちのためではなく、今の高校生や小学生のものと言っていたことです。変化がものすごく速い IT 業界で、技術チームが開発し続けられるように資金をしっかり確保しつつ、はるか先の未来のことを考えて、一歩ずつ前に進んでいく。本当の意味でビジョンを持っているベンチャーはこういうことなんだなと刺激を受けました。そして最後に、スーザンさんの魅力的なキャラ。彼女はとてもスマートでありながら、ものすごくエネルギッシュで気さくな女性です。それと同時に、あの不可解なティーセレモニーは、スーザンさんの強い意志によって決行されたのですが、やりとりの中でもところどころ幼い少女のような側面が垣間見られ、ロジャー・リムさんをはじめとする業界の大物たちがQlinkのために集まっているのは、一部彼女のナチュラルな人間力で引き込まれているからのように感じました。